Hi there and welcome to Project Hospital. In this series, I'm putting real healthcare planning and guidelines into the design of my hospital and seeing how that fares against the game mechanics. So, ladies and gents, the time is upon us. The hospital is completely built. I've added every department from the base game. The only thing left to do is press the play button and see what happens. Will the hospital function like it's supposed to, or will it be nothing but chaos? Let's take a look and see, shall we? Now, before I press play, I need to fill the staff positions, and thanks to a helpful comment, I've added the mod that lets you have more staff. I think the base game lets you have about 200 or so. This hospital has 345, so not overkill, just enough to keep things running smoothly. My selection process here for hiring staff, well, basically there isn't one. With 345 positions to fill, I've hired whoever popped up first. If I was playing the game properly, I'd obviously be selecting with a little more care and choose staff that best fit each role. As it is, I didn't want to spend an hour deliberating over the roles, so this hospital has got what it's got and we'll have to deal with that. Okay, drum roll please. Here goes. Pushing that play button. Now! So, I'm guessing we won't have patients right at the outset. And when they do come through, there will probably only be a few on the first few days. And it looks like staff didn't come into work today, they just magically appeared at their station. So, not sure what that's all about. But so far so good. No warnings popping up saying one of the departments isn't working properly or something like that. Seems to be a lot of staff about though, and I'm not happy with them using that corridor that leads to the doctor's offices. That's supposed to be an isolated corridor only for those seeing the doctors and the doctors themselves. And the technicians are playing solitaire. Couldn't they be doing something useful when there's no samples to analyse? Christopher Lee, eh? Got my eye on you. So there appears to be a mass exodus of staff leaving the building. Now, I think these are night staff and they've just decided to come in on their first day and then go home back to bed. Hope I'm not bloody paying them for this. And look at them all. They are flooding through the emergency departments and that is not good. So I guess that's my first problem noticed with this hospital. I didn't build a general entrance for staff to get to and from the building. So everyone just goes through the emergency departments. Yeah, note for next time, build a central general entrance and have all the departments coming off that as wings. Right, the flood of staff out of the building seems to have calmed down a little bit, and we're starting to see our first patients come through the doors. Not sure we need 5 janitors cleaning the same reception. I mean, I know it's your first day and all, but you don't need to huddle together like that. Examinations look like they're going well, although does she need to take her top off to examine her elbow though? Oh, and this corridor seems to be working the way it should do now. Looks like patients are only using it to get from department to department and they're avoiding those corridors that are meant for the doctor surgeries. Last few night staff going home. I wonder if anyone's gone for any diagnosis test yet. Doesn't look like it. Shared break area seems to be working well though. That was a great addition to the game. Who have we got working round here then? Dana Jackson, lab staff. There is no Dana, only Zool. So quiet at the moment. Hope we get more patients soon. Look at radiology. Blooming looking at YouTube and playing more solitaire. And it appears the head of janitors have progressed from the reception and are now in the corridor. I'm guessing there's no breaking these guys up anytime soon. Picking up pace with a few more patients in the emergency department. No real emergencies yet though. No one's used trauma unit yet. Where's this guy off to? Michael King. Going to receptionist? Well, he walked right through the emergency department, so not sure what his game is. If he's going to another reception, he shouldn't be in this corridor. He should be going through the entrance of the other departments. Where are you going? Yeah, this isn't good at all. Again, that's my mistake for not having some central corridor and having all the departments come off that as wings. This is really bad. Yep, straight through the lab waiting room. At least it looks like the lab waiting room's working well. God, he looks quite poorly. Look at his eyes. Oh, I'm on a mission now to see where this guy ends up. We're going up the elevator. Let's see. First floor. Nothing. Where'd he go? Well, he's got to be on this floor because the floor above that's inpatients only. Oh no, there he goes. Clay just taking his time pushing that button. He doesn't know how elevators work. Or maybe he's in so much pain that he couldn't push it. Right. Looks like he's got heart issues, so I'm going to take a guess here and say he's going to cardiology. So, me putting cardiology on the second floor, right up at the back here, that probably wasn't a good idea. Sorry, Michael, my bad. Yep, it's cardiology. Oh, I think translates to, I don't feel so good. I still don't understand though, if this guy's come in with urgent issues, surely he should have been triaged at the emergency department. Where's he going now? Oh no. So, forcing heart patients to walk all that way, definitely not a good idea. Hey, at least we get to see a bit of action now. And it's doctor to the rescue. And they definitely go a bit quicker when there's an emergency. Let's see how she does here. Chest compressions? Nope. She's just going to stand over him and hope for the best. I guess it is her first patient of the day. So here to diagnose heart conditions, not resuscitate people on the floor. Ooh, stretcher. Wonder where they're taking him. I'm guessing trauma unit. No, you're not meant to use that elevator. You're not meant to put stretchers in that one. Oh, my thoughtful planning. All for nothing. Yeah, that's going to have him coming out in the orthopedics reception, which is definitely not what I planned. AI does not care for privacy and dignity. Go away, insurance company. We've got more pressing things on our mind. Where is he? That stretcher's just disappeared. Wish there was a way to tag patients to follow them. Finally found him. They took a long route to the trauma ward. Yeah, so there's a set of elevators right in front of the trauma unit, and they should be using that for transporting patients on stretchers, not any of the other elevators at all. Well, at least he is here eventually. Now, how long is it going to take them to treat him? Here we go. Action stations. A little bit of an exam there. Although, looks like the doctor's doing all the work and nurse is just there to observe. Guess that's it for now. Doctor obviously just leaving him with the nurse for a while. Keep a careful watch over him. Right, what else is going on? Well, it's raining. I wonder if that affects how clean the floors are, whether it gets muddy. Emergency department looking a lot emptier than it was before. Also, the digital sign-in doesn't appear to be working because when that works, the doctors don't have to come out and get the patients. Yeah, with this, the doctors are all coming out to the reception and taking the patients back to the room, which takes a lot longer. Gonna have to look into that, why it's not working. The board's there. We want this process moving as quickly as possible in case we start getting a lot more patients in, which hopefully we will in the next couple of days. Also noticed a little bit of a glitch in orthopedics. I mean, what's this receptionist doing? She's facing the wall and using her computer with her mind, apparently. But the self-checking seems to be working fine here, so not entirely sure why it's not working in the emergency department. Yeah, something really iffy going on with that reception desk. We should move on. Well, it's been about 3 hours in-game since we last looked on Mr. King, and he's been left to his own devices in the trauma unit, which is not looking great on the medical staff here. Plenty of staff here, they're just happy playing solitaire while this guy's dying on a table. And as far as toilet breaks are concerned, staff have no qualms about using the restrooms in the wards. They're for patients only, you silly AI. Like, go use your own restrooms that I've provided for you at the breakout areas. And we finally have a patient coming in for some of the testing. And not just any old testing, this is the neurology testing, so a little more interesting than your average old x-ray, I guess. Jessica Hall, welcome to your brain scan. What's up with you anyway? Loss of vision, ocular hypertension, blurred vision, hypertension. That sounds like a heart problem. Not sure the neurological exam is going to help here, but I guess it's making money for the hospital, so meh. They should really just be putting her on some blood pressure tablets and seeing how she gets on with those before doing more expensive tests. Wait, where's the doctor off to now? Don't think you should be leaving her on the table like that. That seems unprofessional to me. Yep, she went on lunch break right in the middle of testing. Your sandwich can wait, Sharon. Yay, update on Mr. King. He is out of the trauma unit and is getting a cardiography scan. That probably means he's off death's door and might be an inpatient now. How are we doing there, buddy? Elevated CRP, fever, palpitations, weakness, swelling limbs, irritable cough, swollen pericardium. Ooh, and 100% diagnosis pericarditis. Hopefully they can get him sorted out then and we get a nice paycheck from this one. And we're back on the move, back on the stretcher. Let's see if they take him the right way this time. You know, I know the game can't help it, but the way the patients are fully dressed in the clothes they came in with, and every time they go on an examination table or onto a bed, they're in their own clothes, but as soon as you put them on a stretcher, they wrap them up in a little blanket, obviously to stop them falling out. But you'd think they'd put them in some sort of gown or have pyjamas or something ready for them so they're not sat in their own clothes in these serious conditions. And yes, they've used the right set of elevators this time. Now it's a case of seeing where he ends up. Is he going back to trauma unit or is he going to be admitted as an inpatient? It's like a mystery. Every time they go into the elevators, they disappear for like what feels like a couple of minutes and you've no idea where they're going to show up next. Nope, there we go. That looks like it's Michael King and it looks like you're taking him back to the trauma unit. That's a bit strange because it looked like they diagnosed what was wrong with him, and if he's not in critical condition anymore, surely he should be accepted as an inpatient to receive care until he gets better. I mean, it's not like there's a shortage of beds or anything. Oh, but look at that, there's a nurse waiting for him. Maybe he needs more treatment. What have we got going on here? Back in his own clothes. Some more poking and prodding by the doctor. Definitely doesn't feel like he should still be in the trauma unit. Wait, what? Oh, he's cured! Oh wow, I didn't think they'd take him back to trauma to say that he's cured. That is so weird. Why didn't he go to a normal ward for that? How bizarre. Anyway, what's that? 1,700 for that treatment. Really? Is that all? He was in trauma for like at least, it felt like half a day at least. If that's what trauma patients are earning us, we are in big trouble. There's no way we can make a profit when you're only earning 1,700 for like someone being in a trauma centre even. Oh boy. And he still looks a bit peaky as well. It definitely doesn't look cured to me. But I guess if the doctors are saying he's ready to go home, then he's ready to go home. Who am I to argue with the professionals? Anyway, on that note, I'm going to wrap up today's episode. We've opened the hospital and not everything is going to plan. The AI is certainly doing some silly things, and I get the feeling opening a fully blown hospital from the outset is going to lose us a heap of money. We need more patients and we need them now. Join me next time as we head into the night shift. Hopefully with some more trauma cases, maybe some operations, and I want to see if we get to use the ambulances too. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Leave a comment if you think this is going well, or if you think there's going to be trouble ahead. So, thank you for watching. Bye for now.